Hello guys, and welcome to Petco Park in San Diego, California for this game between the Padres and the Tigers. Hello guys, my name is Andrew Scott. So I really apologize for not being here the past few weeks, and I just decided to, and I'm not sure like if I mentioned this in a on like a previous game or not, but it feels like now and then, like when there's a team that that's done like at least 2 games, I'll just go ahead and you know just do a miss game. Yeah, so we have Parker Meadows as the Tigers lead off battle. So against Blake Snell for the Padres, and it sounds now 3-2 as that ball is, or the pitch I should say, is swung on and missed. And I will say this, I have basically for the past 24 hours, like as of recording, which I think when this comes out, will be a few days, and that ball, that pitch I should say, will be swung on and missed by Meadows of out 1, as Riley Green is up now, and he appears to go for a bunt, but that's a bit low, and that will be grounded to second, and LeFaux will be made not in time to first as Green barely manages to get a single as Spencer Torkelson will be up now. And yeah, so the guys of, I'd say when this video comes out like a few days, I've been struggling with like a stuffy nose, well, kind of like I should say like a runny nose a bit, because and now the count's 0-2 to Torkelson. Torkelson will take an inside ball, or like an inside pitch, I should say. 0-1. Yeah, so sorry if a bit stuffy this game, and that will be hopped foul. Man, have I miscommunicating? Like as much as I think that I do get a bit tired to talking at the end of it. Like, it's been a bit since I've actually commentated the game, and that full count to Torkelson by Blake Snell, and that we swung on and have foul by Spencer. And that will be lined to show that voters at the second and first will be in time for a double play to end the inning as we remain in zeros in San Diego. With Ha-Seong Kim being the leadoff batter for the Padres versus Eduardo Rodriguez, and I will say, yeah. So I just decided a couple days ago. I'm sure that y'all know to just for the very some few of actually watch the videos that we post here regularly. That I've been doing some hybrid play recently, and it's like I typically since I've been doing the commentary as Kim goes down looking, and Fernando Tatis Jr. will come up now, and he'll take an inside pitch for a ball, as being in his first season in the league. So I will say that I typically like have the game simulate like when I'm not doing stuff, so I can not just save time. That I go upload. Oh, and the bat's broken, and that will be hit foul and caught by towards catcher as 1 Soto will come up now against Eduardo, as the Padres now have 2 outs. Yeah, I was saying, and that will be popped up to left field and will be caught to tie the side as we go into the top of the second. Still zeros in San Diego. As Kelly Carpenter will come up now against Blake Snell. Just late off the inning. So the reason why I did hybrid mode was because first off, the commentator just can give more notes on the batters than I ever could, because I'm not gonna. Well, because it's like I don't really want to go through all the hassle of looking up all the facts or all the that, and also I and I just my mic volume was not that far up, so I apologize for that if y'all couldn't hear that well. But it's like that, and also as Carpenter will go down swinging for the first strikeout of and now period of the beginning as Violing. As Matt Violing now sets up again against Blake, and he did indeed swing, as that fan said, and the counts now 0, or I should say 1-1. One with that low pitch to the under the feet. So yeah, then also I typically record these games either late-ish at night, or when I'm doing stuff. I will typically, and Violing goes down swinging on a really inside pitch there, as Miguel Cabrera comes up now against Blake Snell, and the amount of times I've heard these Tigers players is immense. The guys on now. But yeah, so I'll typically do these games when I'm doing stuff, and that saves me time in commentating, and Cabrera has to scoot out to the way for a 1 and 2 count. So it's like in the past, and he has to do that again for 2-2. And that's, I'll say, the main reason why I have been absent the past few weeks, is just because I have so much going on, and Cabrera taps that to the third, and the throw to first will be well in time to tie our side, as it remains zeros in San Diego. As Manny Machado will slip in now against Eduardo Rodriguez. I never realized until now how many Latinos are on the Detroit team, and I'm not saying that's an issue whatsoever. It's just maybe except the Florida teams, and maybe a couple California teams, I wouldn't expect, but I'll leave that there. That ball is grounded past the third baseman into left field for a single, and that will be tapped to third for another successful double play, as Garrett Cooper now, the Padres DH, will step in now, and this is the situation, I'd say, for both teams actually, where it's a 2-out situation and a 1-1 count with no one on base. There seems to be a recalling situation. This game is that's popped up to second, and the catch will be made to bring us to the top of the third in San Diego. Still scoreless.
Leading off for Detroit.
Zach McKinstry now. The seventh batter in today's lineup for the Detroit Tigers, and sorry if it's been the same lineup over and over again. Just I don't know how exactly to change it when the AI is playing itself. As McKinstry takes a 1-1 count by Blake Snell. So don't take my word for this, please, because this may be wrong. But I believe Blake Snell is, I think it's a Cy Young award winner. I'm not exactly sure which year it is, but McKinstry goes down down swinging, I should say, as the first out of the inning for the Tigers, and Javier Baez will now tap that to the third, and the throw will be made kind of on the run in time, and now Jake Rogers will be up for the Tigers. I just had to wait to see if I pronounced that correct, because it's not in a Rogers like our ODGERS, like how you would would pronounce clicked it, I should say. A 2-0 count. Back to Rogers. And one count now, and I will say that I never realized so much about the Oakland Coliseum from the game. I believe if it was yesterday. And Rogers will tap that foul to keep the at bat alive. As Rogers will have to skid out of the way of that one play full count as he goes down looking. And gonna keep us here in scoreless territory in the bottom of the third. We go. Jake Cronenworth will step in now for San Diego, and Cronenworth. Yeah, because I never realized that Oakland, that's people still sit in the top bowl. Because I thought at least did when this game was made, because I know they're down in a I should say set up in Oakland now as Cronenworth has a 3-1 count and will swing on a miss. Strike 2 by Eduardo Rodriguez. Because all the photos you see, or no one's in the cup for bowl at all. Because and that shot right to the Tigers dugout. And this will be popped up to right center and will be caught for out 1. So I know that they don't let people sit in the outfield couple bowl. But I didn't know they actually how bad the situation actually was with the whole and I, to be honest, did not even notice that the goal, that they had a third level behind home, as Gary Sanchez will go down swinging to Eduardo Rodriguez. And sorry, I did not call him up. Now Trent Grisham will be in now, and what's with today's lineup and not having a very good batting average, huh? Because I was thinking feel a bit sub 200. The average is that ball is barely foul past third. Yeah, because and I will say that stadium it's actually fairly big for being like if the A's did not suck so much, you know, they would actually be able to bring in like a bit more fans and do some has full count, and we'll go down looking as Rodriguez will keep it scoreless into the fourth inning. Yeah, stadium here for San Diego. Now the Tigers lineup will turn over as we enter the fourth inning, as Parker Meadows will step in now and will take strike one foul.
Nope, that's a ball.
You know, yeah. So I was kind of like self-commentating a bit, watching the A's game, and well, you know, soon late, and so I remember hearing how like so many of the A's players have been like traded to other teams. Wow, and that's actually the first time. I think the first time actually that, well, actually no, because I think Detroit the Cats actually had someone gone on base before, but it was a double play. Oh, and it won't be so this time. As that ball is lining somewhere, what in the foul left field, resulting in a double and pushing Meadows to third, and as Green will take up a spot at second, as Spencer Torkelson will have the most space, and that's a questionable call there by the ump. Will have the most favorable positioning to score so far of this game. Hey, and that ball will be lined out down for space. Because that's what I'm saying. You know, I've heard that that so many like A's players haven't been like overall traded, like before they actually got good. Well, good, I should say. Okay, and Spencer will go down swinging as we have the first out of the inning in favor of San Diego, as Kelly Carpenter will come up now again with kind of decently, favorable, positioning. Was played, but slightly, not as favorable for due to them having else so far, and that will be the tap in the to left, and we will and the throw will be made to home, as the game is now 2-0 off of that single, as Matt Wheeling will come in now, and he'll take a fairly high ball. Having a pitcher, I don't care how good he is or like how good your team is, but having a pitcher with 64 pitches in 4 innings, and that will be tossed to second, and just barely in time thrown in the first, as we are now 2-0 in San Diego in favor of Detroit. As Ha-Sung Kim will come up now, and yeah, and like I was saying, having a pitcher, with I see really like 50 or more pitches in like 3 to 4 innings, when you started, is not good. Like I don't care like how good your team is. That's not good. As that ball will be popped to left and will be caught. As Fernando Tatis Jr. will second now for the Padres. I don't think I've referred to them as the Padres. I think I've just done that like once or twice this game. As Fernando Tatis will now have the first home run of the game with this 406-foot home run into left field. As Juan Soto will step in now as he takes a pitch for strike one. Yeah, because look at the Tigers, like their pitcher Rodriguez has 3 now pitches, as that ball will be hit far into to left again as Juan Soto will stay at second as the Padres keep the momentum moving, as Manny Machado will step in now as he has a guy on second and a slightly similar lead, as that will be caught in the right and the throw will be made in to third. As Xander Bogaerts, I don't think I even mentioned Xander Bogaerts coming up his first time either. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, so Xander Bogaerts now is 0-1 with a 1-1 count. Yeah, I think just because I was yapping about something. Yeah, but it could also be just I wouldn't be surprised either way. As that will be popped up to shallow right, and the catch will just barely be made in time. As we had 2-1 in favor of Detroit in the 5th inning in San Diego. As Miguel Cabrera will come up now, and if you look at the person who's like about 6 away from the staircase on the left. 1-1. That's actually in the gray shot, the blonde. I think that's actually the first person I've seen back there. That has not been from the home team. I wanted to say in the whole time I've played this game, as this ball probably popped up on the infield and will be caught by the shortstop. I believe is Xander Bogaerts, if I'm not mistaken. As Zach McKinstry will found that to the Ha-Song Kim, and the throw will be made in time fast as Xavier Baez now step in for Detroit, as San Diego will probably be prepping their relievers. If Blake Snell can actually keep this going, with as many pop outs and ground outs and line outs as soon as possible, because I feel as he gives a 3-0 count to Xavier Baez somehow, and then Baez will be walked, as Snell's in the same situation as he was before. If Jake Rogers can get a home run here, the Padres may very well get a new pitcher in this. Always, I would say Snell has maybe another inning-ish left in him, but the way that he's throwing now, as that pickoff attempt fails, I don't see him really lasting that long, to be honest with you. And Blake Snell is actually now with the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. As I heard it was anyway. And that ball will be incredibly low, as the score was decision is a wild pitch, as the Tigers now have a man on second. That would be hit foul, as Xavier Baez now sits on second, and Rogers will pop that up to towards center and will be caught, I believe, by Tatus Jr. as we remain 2-1 as the Tigers will stand Baez on second. Let's give it to Cooper now. Up against Eduardo Rodriguez is Eduardo. And I know it's not exactly, but has 30-something less pitches than Snelda. I was gonna say has about like half the pitches, but then I'm like, yeah, as that ball will be caught and quoted for the plus out as Jake Cronenworth will look up now for his second attempt at this. That would be line down the first baseline and fouled. I'm sure they went in the stands, but I'm not completely sure. As Cronenworth now takes a 1-2 count. And a 2-2 count from the knees area. Could be top foul for. Never mind, I was going to say for strike 3, but. And now it's a full count to Jake Cronenworth. Is that the foul? I believe it said as Gilly Sanchez is up next. For the Padres, as another ball gets fouled back. And Jake Cronenworth will go down swinging, looking for Eduardo's full strikeout of this game. So I will say that while he does have less pitches, Eduardo has been less successful in strikeouts. As Gilly Sanchez now, what's that then? Is takes a 1-1 count by Eduardo.
Ball that's outside.
And Eduardo will check swing and decided to give him a ball and full count. And Gilly Sanchez will be walked by Eduardo Rodriguez as Trent Grisham will be up against Eduardo Rodriguez. For some reason, I keep wanting to call him Eduardo Sanchez. I'm not sure why. As counts now 1-1 against Trent, and he has a man on toss and 2 outs. This will be Pop's foul and into stands, and off of what seems to be a metal walkway. And what does actually really appear this would be one. And this will be popped up down the baseline and then towards the Tigers dugout and will be caught. You know, I will say, as we head in the 6th inning, here in San Diego, 2-1. You know, I will say, as Paco Cometos will come up as the lineup for. It's all over again. That the Padres dugouts are actually really nice, and the Oakland A's really sucks. Well, at least they did, you know, back when this game came out, and they were still in the Coliseum. Because I think like last year or what's the year before? I'm not sure. Was their first year in a minor league stadium? Because I know the Rays did the same thing last season. I'm just not sure when the A's started theirs. As it's now a full count to Park Meadows as Riley Green will be up next. And Meadows will go down on strikes and again is as Riley Green will, and he's so far 2 for 2 in this game. He'll be up and
Ball, that's outside.
will be given a ball by Blake Snell.
Hey!
1-1 count. Once you count as that ball is swung on and foul. This ball will be tapped on in the infield, and for some reason Blake Snell did not go for it, as the Tigers now have a man on first due to Blake Snell just being stupid and not going to get the ball. As that will be lined right to Tatus Jr. I believe that's what this is anyway. And for out 2, as Kelly Carpenter will be up now, and the Tigers may be getting a few free bases off of Blake Snell before he is retired for the night, which could be very, very soon as things progress. And I'm not hating on Blake Snell because I don't like him as a player, or because I'm a Padres fan. Then sadly, when the Dodgers or Rays fans that they went to the Padres, but I'm just making fun of him because he just did. He goes as he sends the packing with a swing and a miss. Still 2-1 in the 6th. As House on Kim will slip in now again, as the Padres line will also flip. Yeah, like as I was saying, like I'm not hating on Blake Snell because I don't like where he went. I'm not hating on him because I think he sucks. Oh, hey, look, it's another Detroit. Not bad. Anyway, as that ball's popped up and will be caught by the catcher, by Baez, I believe that is.
Up next to the Padres.
As Fernando Tatis Jr. Yep, that was indeed. As Jr. will come up now, and he so far counts for the Padres' singular point this game. As he takes an 0-2 count against Eduardo Rodriguez. And Fernando will go down swinging, as that will be the second out. So down. And then as Juan Soto will be the batter now, and that will be called a foul. Well, strike, I should say, and strike 2. But just outside the zone, and the refs, really want to make sure that the Padres don't come back in this one. Sorry, I may sneeze at some point, so I'm just flipping into that. As Juan Soto will slide out of the way, as it's now 2-2. And didn't Juan Soto sign like a crazy expensive deal with the Mets too? And that ball's grounded to the third and will be easily flung it to first in time. As it's still 2-1 into the 7th. As we will indeed see a new pitcher for the Padres, as order 66, Luis Garcia will come up. Sorry, whenever I see someone with the number 66, I have to do the order 66 thing.
Ball, that pitch is out.
As that will be a 1-0 count. Then count it to Matt Wheeling, as Matt will be Luis Garcia's first opponent, and vice versa. And that will be a 2-1 count to Wheeling as Luis Garcia. Give Matt a 2-2 count. No. And Matt will go down swinging on a fairly questionable ball there as Miguel Cabrera will come up now. And he's not been too successful this game. As a few games ago, he was actually extremely successful. That would be cause like one.
Ball. 1-0.
And that will be another bubble ball. And this ball will be flying to the right center, and that will be Cabrera's first a decent at bat in this game, as he's now on second against Luis Garcia. And this will be top to left field, and will be in. Just inside field territory, as the Tigers now have a man on second and third. It was one away.
Ball 1.
That would be ball ones.
Ball 1, no strike.
The Tigers may have get the bases loaded here as Xavier Baez takes 1-1 count, and that will be swung on and snuck past Haston Kim, and Thetis will get it as the Tigers have now gone back to a 2-1 lead with corners loaded now, and Jake Rogers will take a sinker for strike one. While Rogers. Like, I am not sure how you would pronounce that versus Rogers. And Rogers will take a fairly awful swing there for strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But one will be a splitter right by the feet, and that big of attempt will fail. Looks like it will be low for ball two. And Jake Rogers will go down swinging, as Paul Commandos now will be on base, and for some reason he's now that has zeros when he has a one. I'm not exactly sure how that translates. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, because he was walked, and then that was his. Okay, never mind. I know. That ball will be grounded past Ha-Sung Kim into right center, and the one on third will come in now to make it a 3-1. Well, 3-1, I should say, lead, as Drew Pomeranz will step in now for the Padres, as the Padres could be looking for kind of a secure defense here, as well. The Green steps in now, and Green is so far 3 for 3, and this will be a 3 for 4 if I'm not mistaken. That goes in the to shallow left center, and that will indeed be out 3 for 1. As many Machado. Now,
Ball one.
we'll take ball one
Counts
a little
1-0.
there.
Nope. Outside,
Ball
ball
two will
two.
be inside.
That's
Ball three. So if you see six ball, maybe Eduardo will throw a strike. And indeed he will. You know, I successfully actually made a prediction last game, and
Okay.
I'm actually really excited about it. And that will be lined to second and will be caught. As Xander Bogarts now will
Not shortstop.
second.
Xander Bogaerts.
And Xander will take will play strike course. No, I should say
No balls,
take
2 strikes.
a will please. He's to pitch and will swing and miss. So for strike two, and that ball will be lined in the left. So one likely get a few ball.
That's a ball.
That ball will go low for ball. Well, that pitch, I'm sorry, will go a little bit low for one. You know, the Padres changed pitchers twice last inning. Well, technically twice.
2-2 to count.
You know, because once at the beginning and then once towards the end. And the last like half inning, and then I should say, as then the Bogarts will go down swinging. As
Up next for the Padres.
as Eduardo Rodriguez is still in, like longer than Blake Snell was. So I will say that the Tigers may bring in another pitcher next inning just to, and that will just barely be down and will be fumbled around a bit by the second, by I believe the shortstop, and they send the fielder before it's actually really found and handled in. Well,
Ball, that's inside.
be handled. Successfully as Jake Cronin and Wolf will come now.
Aye.
They get one in count as Eduardo will soon reach 100 pitches.
Ball
And he
two.
will indeed do that with a ball.
Ball three.
And a 3-1 count now to Jake Cronin Wolf.
Aye.
And Cronin Wolf will now
Handful.
have a full count after that. Look upon strike. That ball will be grounded to short, and the throw to Voss will be made just brilliant time. As it's now still 4-1 into the inning here in San Diego, California. As Spencer Torkelson is up and now, as he's 0 for 3 so far this game. You know, I will say just, and this will be taken by first baseman, Clark 1, as Kelly Calvin now will second. You know, I will say, like, I have been to quite a few baseball stadiums, and quite a few, I mean 4. And to count the Commodore. You know, like all of them have been in the middle of the city. As the 23,922 attendance game, or the attendance for this game as Carbondale will go down and not viewing now will second for Tigers. Yeah, for the most part, they could have been, well, well, actually, no, I've been to five in the
No ball, 2 strikes.
in that ball's swung on and missed by Violing, and this will be lifted to left center, and they'll drop. Oh, and the throw will be offline, resulting in a double for Violing as Miguel Cabrera will step it now. Yeah, so two of them. Oh no, they've all actually been I think just about in the middle of a city. But and I will go ahead and say this. Was in Philly and Pittsburgh a couple summers ago, and I went to a Pirates and Phillies game, and
1 ball, 2 strikes.
with like a Pirates side, I think, a Reds game, and then a Phillies kind of no, it's like all the other way around as Cabrera will go down swinging, being as it's still 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now,
As Jason Foley, Mick Foley, will
Jason.
step in now, and he's pitched just about one inning each game that he's been in, and yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, as Gary Sanchez will be his first opponent. It's like I'm saying, just having and
Ball 1.
so I get, because I feel like for the most part, like unless you're and that ball probably really grounded into right and resulting in a single. So I get, like for the most part, stadiums should be and will be in like in the middle of the city.
Ball 1.
But because you got go park for the Giants, that's by the waterfront, not or by the beach, I should say. It's not like in the middle of the city as Christian now has the 8th count. Like just having an open air stadium. This will be lifted to center and caught, and this ball will be wholly one out at first. Like, and I know Tropicana Field for the Rays is technically in Tampa because it's in St. Petersburg, and that will be out too by Ha-Seong Kim. Well, is Ha-Seong Kim, I should say. That's lifted to, well, it's as Fernando Tatis Jr. now will step in and will try to get the man on first in for a 2-point deficit.
That's inside.
So it's like having
Ball, that's out.
a stadium, like an open air baseball stadium, like with like that, I just say this, because like that low of a bowl just seems weird. And that's the one count to count to Tatis Jr. by Foley.
Ball 4.
As Tatis will be walked. And Juan Soto will come in now. Yeah, because it's like I get football stadiums, like I get hockey stadiums, especially since hockey stadiums are basically like buildings, like they're like warehouses, but not. Yeah, because I went into Philly, and that's a swung on and missed, and I think like Philly Stadium, like you have to take a tram, and it's like a decent bit like it's still like inside of Philly. Technically, as that's popped out like out the mountain, and the throw to home will not be in time. Well, yeah, for now a 2-point deficit. Well, it technically seems like it was in time, but the pitcher just didn't apply the tag in time. Yeah, as many Machado now is in the box with an O and count. Yeah, because the way Philly has it set up is the link Wells Fargo Stadium, and as this ball steps to the right and will be caught to end the inning as we head into the ninth. As it's still a 4-2 in favor of the Tigers. As Nick Martinez now will be the new pitcher for San Diego. Yeah. So, from what I will remember, the Philly Stadium is like it's inside of Philly, but it's like it's not crammed with buildings, Like just looking off of what this is. What Pickle Puck is, as Ekman Kinsey's the next first opponent. It's like Pickle Puck seems like crammed with buildings, basically, at least like in the outfield, and it's like I don't get that. That's what I don't like about it. As the throw to first will be just barely in time as Sergio Baez now. We will be in. I should say we'll be up against Martinez. Because it's like if you're in close stadium, like I know the Trop is Tropicana Field. I know. I know Lone Depot Park is technically because it has like a tactical roof. I think our team mobile is, and Baez will go down swinging to Nick Martinez, and I think like Minute Maid Park is. I think yeah. Then I think. Well, like Rogers Place is that Blue Jays. Yeah, and I think the Rangers Stadium like is also like I think like all those are like they got the on it. So. Yeah, so it's like it was like that, and yeah, like due to count Jake Rogers, that's grounded. It's a short, and the throw will be made in time to first as we head in the bottom of the ninth. It's still a 4-2 Tigers. As Alex Lang will be the closer for the Tigers. Yeah, so it's like if you have like some sort of roof. Like whether it's like it's permanent or not, like that I get. Like you can do the whatever you want to. As Indians Bogarts will come up now. But if it's like if it's like this, like if it's like open air, like why? Just have some like at least just have space past the outfield. Because that's where most of the crowd will be looking. I'm sure most of the cameras will be looking to. Because as Lang will get back out one full inning, because the Pirates Park, it's not a Pirates Park, it's something. I just don't remember what. Like that has the canal, like behind it. That end of the bridge. And by behind it, I mean like past outfield. And Garrett Cooper will go down swinging. As Lang will have 2 outs now, as Jake Cronenworth will go now. Yeah, and so it's like if you have that set up, like yeah, that's fine. But like if you have a Cronenworth building, then it's heck no, Anyway. An auto count to Jake Cronenworth, and that knuckle call will just barely be in for a ball, and this will be lifted. The left, and will be, I'm assuming, a double as the Padres are kept alive thanks to Jake Cronenworth. And Gary Sanchez now.
Nope, that's a ball.
Full second.
Ball, that's down.
Yes, I do have to do that. And Gary Sanchez will swing a miss. And now a 2-2 count, and sorry if I pause there because I thought the sneeze is coming on. And Sanchez should line that just fair to first base, and the tag will be made in time as Detroit will take this game in Petco Park. Well, what a defeat for the Padres, because they did not really have that many chances to score. They had a few, but not like it didn't really come up as much as they needed to. Anyway, it is. Well, thank y'all for joining us for this game. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, my name is Daniel Scott, and thank you for being here. Yeah, and light. Goodbye.